Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're doing an extremely useful aerial hoop move. This is going to open up a lot of other tricks and combos for you because it's a very useful transitional move, but it's also something that's fun to do on its own and really pretty. But of course, first I'll remind you to please subscribe to my channel because it will keep you up to date with all of the new tutorials that I put out every week, as well as being extremely helpful for me with the YouTube algorithm and helping new people find this channel. So take a moment, subscribe, and like this video, and I'll be very grateful. Okay, now that's done, let's move on to some pro tips. My first pro tip is that when you are going into this move, keep the span set in your knee pit. You're going to have one leg hooked around the back of the span set, and that leg is holding most of your weight, so you really want to make sure the span set is in your knee pit where it's nice and strong and secure. My second pro tip today is that you're going to place one foot on the side of the hoop, transitioning into the full position, and you want to try to keep the hoop on the ball of your foot only. If you're lifting your heel away from the hoop and just have the ball of your foot touching the hoop, it's going to make your leg look longer and it's going to make the whole thing look more controlled and beautiful. And my third pro tip is that you're going to have one arm on the opposite side of the hoop, and that arm needs to be up near your face, creating a pocket in your shoulder for the hoop to rest in. But your other arm is free, and you want to push that arm back behind you, making kind of an L shape with your arms. That's going to do two things. First, it's going to be more visually interesting in the final shape. And secondly, it's going to show your face to your audience because you don't want to cover up your nice face on both sides. You want to have at least one side that you can see clearly your beautiful smile in this position. All right, that is enough pro tips, so now let's break it down. We're going to start with this sliding up the span set mount. I'm not going to go too far into this, but I do have a full tutorial specifically for this transition already on the channel. So if you want pro tips or if you want just more in-depth information about it, then check that out. It's linked at the top of your screen right now. Basically, with your hands on the top of the hoop, you're going to lean your shoulders back and then hook one foot, then the other in the front of the span set. When you feel comfortable, pull with your arms, lift up your hips using your ab muscles, and straighten up. Think about doing a position similar to a handstand. And then once you are fully at the top, as far as you can go, you're going to let go with one leg and hook it around the front of the span set. This is where it's really important for the span set to be in your knee pit so you have strength to hold on securely. Your opposite leg is going to come around the front of that first leg. I'm crossing my knees here and I'm bringing the hoop onto the front of my thighs. Try to get it close to your hips as you can. From here, you're going to brace the same shoulder as the first leg that you bent around the span set. For me, that was my left leg, so I'm using my left shoulder against the side of the hoop, lower down than the middle. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to slowly bring my body to my left, moving my hands down gradually as I go farther and farther left, and placing the hoop against the back of my left shoulder. The hoop should be on the right side of my neck. My head is passing through the center of the hoop. My right hand, so the opposite hand from the way that I've moved, is bracing itself against the bottom of the hoop with my elbow as straight as possible. From there, I'm ready to take off my front leg and brace the ball of the foot against the side of the hoop. If you're a little shorter, you might have to go higher up. If you're a taller person like me, you might have to go a little lower down to make space for your leg. Once that leg is securely pressing against the side of the hoop, I can let go with my other leg, bringing it down towards my body and keeping it nice and forward so that my hip crease is holding the hoop. I don't want to open up too much into a wide straddle because that will be less secure for me. Finally, I'm letting go with my arms, and I feel nice and locked in because I'm creating a nice pocket for the hoop between my neck and my shoulder on one side, and between my hip and my leg on the other side. My foot is still pressing against the opposite side of the hoop, and really I'm kind of just wedged into the hoop very securely. To come out of it, I reach up with my hands, I place them on either side of the hoop as high as I can, and I release my foot from the side of the hoop, bringing my legs behind me, hooking on with that front knee and coming into what's basically a cradle pretty high up on the side of the hoop. And that's it. That's the whole sequence. So if you wanted to use this move as a transition, you would first go into the straddle portion of it and then use that to transition into some more inverted shapes. There's a lot of shapes that use this move as a starting place, so it really is going to open a lot of doors for you once you feel comfortable in it. Here's the whole thing again in real time. This is a great example of how transitional moves can really be their own thing and be beautiful and interesting and visually effective by themselves, as well as just being a transition. So I'm a huge supporter of transitions being beautiful by themselves because they're still a part of your choreography, even if you're just using them to get to the next move. Don't forget to subscribe and to like, and I will see you guys next time.